Hello, everybody! I have to re-record this after like 2 days of actually having another recording. Originally, well then, I came unprepared. Also, I'm sorry if this video took way too long. By the time this video comes out, my birthday probably already passed or it's already happened. So happy birthday to me, right? October 3rd. Whoop. Anyways, if the video already came out before my birthday or it came after my birthday, then what's up? Anyways, the reason why it's been taking too long, because one, I had a speed paint recorded, and I had the picture ready to go to show you guys the ending product. But my Camtasia Studio didn't want to work with me today unless I had to put a watermark on it. So Camtasia is out the window because I hate watermarks. Because watermarks are unprofessional. So I had to go look for another screen recorder, and I had iSpring. But now that I have that, my computer keeps on crashing, or more specifically, my laptop keeps on crashing. So I had to be patient and wait for my dad to order me a new computer, which we did. We found one with a really good price. Actually, it looks pretty nice. Not too shabby myself. And probably named my little corner Space Station. But the guy who's giving us had to fry the motherboard, so the guy who's actually giving us the computer, well, he's looking for a motherboard now. So I'm waiting patiently on my new computer, getting a new motherboard. Other than that, I'm still waiting for a proper computer and desktop. Don't you hate it when life stabs you in the back and you can't make a video about stuff? So I had to re-record this audio and have to re-record the questions, re-record everything, and so without any further ado, there's going to be literally anything in the background, because now I'm not even too sure if I can actually make a speed paint. I'm not even too sure if I actually put an image without my computer crashing. I'm not even too sure if I'm able to record this and having a proper editing system where it can actually freaking record. So we're doing this old school. Anyways, how was your day, guys? Good. Now let's start with the questions. Now, at the beginning of this question, I had to think about what am I going to do. So, I had to think about some scenarios. And that went horribly wrong in the last recording, so I'm not going to do that here. So, I'm going to be reading these questions off my YouTube channel so you guys can understand what you guys sent to me. Also, I finally have a hater. He's so thoughtful. He went out to my YouTube channel and said, "Hey, look, you have no haters. I'm gonna hate on it. Delete your channel." Isn't the last corner nice? Alright, now that I got the questions ready, let's go read them. So, many of you guys have asked me a lot of the same questions. I suppose all of you are wondering, like, how can my sprite sheet be in the video? How can my sprite character, my LSW DBZ LSW sprite, that's Dragon Ball Z Legendary Super Warrior. So you're probably wondering how I'm gonna get your sprite into that. Well, by the time this video is out, I probably already found your sprite sheet. I was probably thinking about putting it in there, and you're probably gonna be a background character. So think of it as Heroes of Pictopia, the way you guys send Reddit stuff, and you guys be featured. Of course, you guys don't have to make actual citizens. I'll probably do that on my own. It's going to take a very painstaking process because I have to make different ones every single time. But the internet is very helpful. And I also got Entei for helping me out for a few things. He's actually helping me out to make his character a little bit more accurate. So thanks to him, he's going to be also helping me out with some spelling corrections and whatnot. So think of him as my co-writer, I guess, or co-helper. Actually, no. Think of him as a manager. There you go. The guy you can come to before you come to me. Thank you, Entei. I really appreciate it, dude. You're awesome. Yeah, so many of you guys are probably wondering where y'all sprite sheets are coming in. Well, I'm going to tell you this now. I only need human LSW sprites. If you're sending me a Frieza race, a Piccolo, or a Namekian race, Saiyans are okay because they're actually kind of like humans, but make sure you cut off that tail, boy. And also humans. But the only thing I have a problem with Saiyans is that most of you guys are already having the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan God of Blue transformations for your sprite sheets. So I'm gonna have to cut that out, you guys. There's like no transformations other than hidden or stuff. Just don't expect Super Saiyan's transformations to happen because, well, for an LSW sprite, for an LSW project, and for something like that. I think it's starting to get cliche, don't you think? For every single sprite character to go Super Saiyan. So I'll try to look for other stuff. Try to be unique, guys. If you have a transformation, make it unique, and maybe you'll be featured. You know, think of a transformation kind of like the Ninetales. You know, the thing that goes, the red aura that goes around Naruto. So think of it as like that, or something like that. You know, a hidden unlocked power that's uncontrollable. Something not Super Saiyan, because it's a hidden power, but you can control it. If you're going to send me a transformation, you know, based on that bias, make sure it's unique to your character, and make sure it's legitimate and logical for your character. If it's not logical, then it's not going to be featured. You're going to be featured with a character who's probably really strong, but is never going to tap into that hidden power, because you know it's not very logical for him to do that. And yes, you can also send me female characters, because I really don't care. So also, there's another way that you can actually feature your characters. Let's say you know, my character, you know, Benji over here is, you know, suddenly, you know, lost, and he ends up with this fighting arena. I'm making this whole scenario up. This is probably never gonna happen, so don't call me on anything I say. Never. So let's say my Veggie goes to his mystery fighting arena, and he's dumped in there without remorse, and he has to find a way out. But lo and behold, he has to go through many waves of countless and probably strong people he never faced before, and very unique people he never faced before. So then he has to learn. So he has to learn from the other people, based on trial and error, and you know, somehow he gets up. But then he gets tired of this. You know, he blows up a wall, and he just runs away. And so those are. So you could probably see there's probably many certain areas that your character could come in. Like your character can show up like twice or 3 times, or even all the entire series, if I'm that lazy and not able to think of another character to put in your place. If there's a scenario in your head, that's probably going to happen in Project Pixel, and your character is probably going to feature in that scenario. So whoop-de-doo, right? Anyways, if you're a person I know or have seen on DeviantArt, the next generation Spiders forums, or you know, a place where LSW sprite sheets are found and known, then I'm probably likely already having your sprite sheet available. But there's always revamps, and you guys can also send me those lovely deedly-doos, and I'll happily feature them and also sponsor you, so you can get some recognition. Yeah. Also, thank you guys for 71 subscribers. That's amazing. I love you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So I think hold on. There was one person in particular who asked when it was going to be released, Project Pixel, and as in the end of the trailer of Project Pixel, the ending stated, expect it when school ends for me. Now what does that mean? Does that mean I'm going to release an episode in the summer? You're funny. I really want to make these episodes kind of long, you know, not like Heroes of Pixeltopia long, you know, a little bit longer. Let's say about, you know, like 15 minutes or like 17 minutes, you know, something around that. And if you guys know Flash, and if you guys know, you know, After Effects, that's literally a lot of frames to put in there. Like, that's like a bajillion frames for, you know, 17 minutes of footage. And if you're going 30 frames per second, literally 30 frames have to be placed for 1 second. Now, why am I not doing 24? Because 24 is kind of, you know, I can see why people are using it. It's shorter time frame, don't have to worry about stuff. But I also want to I also want my videos to be smooth. So 30 frames per second is a good amount. Not gonna lie, I kind of like 30 frames per second. Am I gonna go 60 anytime soon? Ha! You thunk. I'm never gonna do 60 frames per second. Who do you think I am? An idiot? I may be a moron, but I ain't no idiot. That made no sense. You see where I'm going here, folks? I like 30 frames per second, so I'm gonna keep it at that as long as possible. If anytime I'm ever gonna do 24 frames per second, that's when I have, like, you know, a basic fighting animation that I want to put out, or a basic, you know, comedy sketch animation, which I need to start working on. I really like comedy sketch or like comedy or skit animations, so I'm gonna start working on that. I know nobody asked this, so I might as well get it out of the way, right? So, a question that probably is gonna boggle y'all's minds is yeah, I said y'all. I'm in Texas. Anyways, question that's probably gonna bog y'all's mind is, am I gonna have any voice actors into this? Like, is any of the characters gonna be voiced by any of the representing characters that made them? I'm going to tell you this right now. There is not going to be any voice acting because, for one, I don't got the money to pay you guys, even though you guys are very generous and probably want to do it for free because, you know, why not? But I'm really not the type of person to just let y'all guys do something and do it for free because it makes me kind of feel bad because I'm like, I want to pay these guys. Like, you guys have brought me so much. I'm like, I need to pay you guys back. Like, I have 71 subscribers. I need to start busting my tail just to get you guys a video, right? You know, for all the subscribers you gave me. And I don't know it's just a number, guys, but to me, when I have 71 subscribers and you guys have really liked what I put out, like the trailer for Project Pixel kind of blew up. I'm pretty surprised with myself. It kind of blew up for the last 2 weeks. I never expected the video to be that popular. I didn't expect Project Pixel to be a thing. So, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Even though it is the internet and some people probably don't care, I'm looking at you the last corner, but thank you. Yeah, I really do thank you guys a lot. Even though it's probably the internet and probably none of you guys probably care. So, but still, thank you guys. I really wanted Project Pixel to be a thing, and don't worry, I'm gonna bust my tail to make sure you guys get an episode of Project Pixel or the official name of that project. I'm still working on it, guys. I'm still working on that name, but still. Thank you guys so much for making this project a real thing. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best thing in the world. I can't tell you guys that much. Even though 71 of y'all guys, there's probably going to be more of you guys in the future. So, you know, bring your on train. I really don't care for subscribers that much. But when I see a number like that, you know, it makes me die happy inside. So, yeah. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. So, that's what the whole thing of Project Pixel is going for. I am going to actually write it myself with the help of Entei. Thank you, Entei. So, yeah, expect some good, not the best, not the worst, but good animation series coming out. Since animation isn't going to be, you know, a big thing, it's going to take a long while, as most of you big animators probably know by this point. It takes a long while to get an animation out. So yeah, don't expect Project Pixel coming out anytime soon. Now, is it gonna be, you know, like, you know, a year for it to come out or like a century for it to come out? Well, no. I mean, I'll give you guys content in the meantime, but just don't expect this series to, you know, be coming out full-fledged, because I really want this series to be kind of long, and so you guys can enjoy it most of the time. If you guys need some animation series to quench your thirst, there is an animated series that that with the help of the next gen spriters has made with JPEG and some other fantastic people. It's a series I have to go find again, but if you guys already know it, I'll probably post a link in the description, and I'll probably put it on the screen below with the name of it. So it's a really good series. I recommend you guys watch it. I know it's kind of like a Sonic series, and people are kind of cliche about the whole thing, but I promise you guys, it's not a waste of time. It's not mainly focused on Sonic. I promise you that it's focused on many other great characters in the story. I got a great kick out of it. The animation on this, sublime, dude. You gotta watch it, guys. The Sonic theme of videos is kind of, for sprite animation, it's kind of, you know, cliche, but I promise you guys, it's not a waste of time. It's good. I promise you. The soundtrack is great, even though it's kind of used already. The soundtrack is great. The intro is great. The animation itself is great. The story is kind of good. There is another story being made just like it, because there's adaptations of that story being made, and I need to find the original to understand what's going on. But the story is great. Promise you guys that much. Anyways, I think it's about it. I've been going on for like 17 minutes now. If I forgot a question, I'll probably answer it in the comments below, so you guys do all of that. Other than that, you guys are free. You guys can stop listening to me after. Psych! Also, if you want to post some fan art, just hashtag this in an Instagram, or, you know, hashtag it in, you know, in a Twitter, and I'll probably look at some fan art, and I'll probably post it in a video, because, you know, I'm an art channel too, guys. Don't forget about that. Maybe an animation channel mainly, but I'm also an art channel. I like looking at y'all guys fan art, and I've seen a few in Instagram, and it kind of warms our heart. So if you guys have any fan art for me, you know, put it down there. I know I'm probably not that big to be asking fan art, but, you know, never hurts to try. I might as well talk about Patreon right now while I have time. Sorry, I almost left you guys free. I'm sorry, but yeah, if you guys don't know what Patreon is, well, why don't you? I'll link a very good person that can very detail it very better than I could. But Patreon is like a backup plan for for people like you guys to supporting a channel like me. I need some support, guys. Like the options there. I'm not forcing you guys to do that. Don't worry. I'm not gonna force you guys to support me on Patreon. I'm gonna leave it up for like 2 months. My Patreon account. I'm gonna launch it on my birthday, so it's on October 3rd. So I'm gonna leave it up on October and November. That's how long I'm gonna leave it up. And if it's not doing well, I'll shut it down for sure. But if you guys really want me to do Patreon again, if it's that good, then I'll put it back up. But I'm leaving about that's what I'm having for Patreon. So if you guys want to support me, you know what Patreon's for. Leave it there. There's a list of rewards, and they're mainly art ones. But don't worry, you also get screenshots of animations. And I'm not asking for much, guys. Like the most money I'm going to ask you guys is like $35, and that's a reasonable amount for me. Like I'm a 15-year-old. What I'm gonna do with like $100? And I can't accept $100 for you guys, even though it's really generous. I can't accept that much money. That's not me. I'm not gonna accept that big of money. I just need a little bit of support. But if you guys don't want to, that's fine. I'll still leave it up for 2 months, and if it doesn't do well, like I said, I'll shut it down. So that's what Patreon's for. You guys can go right ahead. I'll leave a link in the description whenever it's already up. So I'll update this description on October 1st, on October 3rd. I mean, but if I do launch it earlier, I will update the description for a link, and I'll probably post a proper video of what Patreon is. Probably won't, because I'll leave a link in the description of a video that will properly introduce you to Patreon. Other than that, guys, now you're finally free. So have fun. Go back to watching your cat videos and whatnot. So this is Snoopierkid, and I'm out.